Hi, John and Dan. How are you?
Hi,
Good. How
Carla.
are
How
you?
are you?
I'm great. I am great. I had so much fun watching this show. I really, really did.
Thank you.
Um, and I can't wait to see what the rest of it holds because I know that it's more than just the 4 episodes that I saw, but I was digging the 4 episodes that I saw.
That's great. Thank you.
And we
Yeah.
love your background. It's amazing.
Thank you. Everybody does. I like it too. So, speaking of the project, when it comes when I was in college, Greek mythology, I was like, I don't know what's happening right now. I totally failed that course in college. It was so sad. But I just want to know how much of Greek mythology did you guys know before attacking this project and who your favorite god is?
This is a great question. They all are special in their own way,
Right?
or complicated in their own way. I'm a Hephaestus guy, mainly because I am not very good at fixing things or working with my hands, and that God who can create and build and design is always been crazy impressive to me.
I kind of liked Medusa and the mother. I like the fact that Medusa had like this really soft voice, which was kind of creepy. And you kind of knew from that soft voice that you probably shouldn't trust her. We're celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip hop this year, right? We're on the tail end of that year. If you had to pick somebody from the hip hop world to join the Percy franchise, who do you think you'd want to come in there and shake things up a little bit?
I would love that. I mean, we're back in the '80s now, right? I mean, we go back almost that whole 50 years. Boy, I don't
Yeah,
think
right at the height of hip hop.
it is. Yeah, I don't know. I've always had a soft spot for MC Hammer. I think that would be pretty amazing. Run DMC. Anybody else come to mind?
Becky's like, I'm not even going there. She's
No,
like, why?
no.
She's like, why are you looking at me for help? We are not going there.
Not
Can we
going-
say Beyonce? Beyonce definitely needs to be in there. I don't know if that qualifies, but
I love that. I love that you would want Beyonce to be part of the Percy universe. That is fantabulous.
I can't. Yeah, I'd love her to be a goddess.
Oh,
No,
I think that's a great idea. I can see the costumes and everything.
Oh, yeah.
She can give us
Rick
a
and
call
Becky.
anytime.
Go ahead, Rick and Becky. I love you for that. One last thing. The other theme that happens throughout the franchise is being bullied. And sometimes when you're in that situation, you have a tendency to go against the odds and do what's right as opposed to what's in your heart. Were you guys ever bullied as kids? And did you ever want to do what was in your heart versus what was doing the right thing?
Early on, that's one of the things they really wanted to make sure was in the Percy series, so that kids that get bullied are seen, and they feel like they can be themselves, and that the bully is not correct, and I think that's really, really important. that
Absolutely.
people can be their authentic selves.
Yeah.
And to answer the question, Rick and I actually think about those things every single day. What could we have done better? When could we have stood up when we should have and we were quiet? It's so important. It's so important to think about that and reevaluate it every day.
I think everyone has. I think that's part of what makes the story so easy to invest in, and is everyone knows what it's like to not fit in. Everyone knows what it's like to be stuck between what feels right and what you're being told is right. And I think the journey, Percy's journey, and the journey of all three of these kids, both in this book and I think throughout the series, is in trying to make sense of that. It's a question without any real easy answers.
I actually have never shared this before, but I actually had a summer camp experience that was rough, where I was not treated well by a couple campers, and I'm now you inspired me to bring this up again, or to think about it, that that I ended up finding people who were there to support me and that were there to look after me when that experience was not going well. And I think about those people who did back me up and who did care. And I think those themes anybody can relate to having a moment like that in any form, where you're just not connecting or being treated poorly, but there are other people around that. There's people to go to who will back you up and will support you. And I think those themes are all over this book, and why kids for now generations connect to it, or even adults who read the books who felt like that kid at one point. So I think it's really powerful what Rick has built in the books and that we were able to now express in this series.
Thank you both for sharing that, and thank you for sharing that story with me. It's going to help so many people just to hear you say that.
Yes, I have been in a situation multiple times with bullying. I feel like it was just really the environment that I was in also, because, I don't want to sound weird when I say this, but of course every kid at the school wasn't an actress or an actor. So I feel like when people found out that I was that one girl, over there, with the poofy hair and stuff, oh, she's an actress, she thinks she's that and all that stuff. But I feel like people try to make it seem like you're the one that's saying, oh yeah, I'm so big this, I'm so big that, really you didn't, and I definitely felt like, every kid has felt this. They always think like, oh, well, trust me, one day I'm gonna get them, I'm gonna do this to them, but really that's not the right thing, obviously. Me now, I'm like I feel like a little kid when I do this, but like, at my school or something, if something happens, I just go to the discipline office and just be like, this is what happened to me. I even do that when I didn't get my food for lunch or something because I was late to the lunchroom. Like, I even did that. I just complained for no reason. But wait, that's kind of mean. But I don't complain, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
And whenever I was bullied, I think I was too naive to notice it. So I was just like, oh yeah, they're just, they're joshing around. They're just having a good old time. And I guess what was right was probably just to take a step back and acknowledge what was happening, or, the severity of the situation. What I ended up doing and what I wanted to do was just kind of, I guess, embrace that innocence or naivete and just kind of, hang around with people, good or bad. Mm-hmm. And thankfully, I'm very fortunate to have great friends as cast members and who I've just met through acting.
Yeah. Listen to Aryan's thing. His is better. His is better. Don't pay attention to my
Don't use mine.
Take my whole thing out. Okay.
I'm not doing that, because you know what? Everybody can learn something from what each one of you said. So I'm not going to do that, Leah.
Good answer.
Should I go to this one off because of lunch?
But having said that, having said that, I enjoyed you guys in the show. I enjoyed speaking with you today, and congratulations with the rest of the series. And I look forward to seeing what's coming down the road for both of you, because you're very talented.
Thank you so
very much. Thank you.
Also, the picture in the background, it was like a nappy,
Happily ever after.
Yes, Nappily Ever After. My friend Daria Jones is actually in that show. I used to watch that all the time.
Yay! Well, tell Daria I said what's up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you guys. I'll see you later.
See you later. Bye.